Right, alright. And we look here. Everything looks good. And what's he doing? He's getting ready. What's he doing here? Ah, heyo folks. I am your Canadian brother, gaming for you, even if you don't want me to. This is a bit different for me. Um, I'm gonna be, suppose, getting rid of a collection of mine that I've been holding on to for a while, and just as a means of sharing for some who may have never seen them, I have a few games that could possibly just be of interest, just 'cause. And I want to kind of show them off, just to be able to have a moment to appreciate what I have and yeah, share it. It's a weird little bit, but I thought it'd be interesting. At least that way I can look at them all before I decide really what I'm doing with them. So, without further ado, I guess this would be what you got there. So, first off, I actually have not one game. It's the entire series. Try to show them off here, but it's dot hack. It was said that it couldn't be done, but if you waited in line for them in the store, you can get them. Unfortunately, I'll admit, the quarantine one, I didn't manage to get the DVD for it because, well, that was a later buy. But yeah, it's one of those moments that it's kind of flipping through them, and I don't know. I guess I just felt like talking and shooting a boot. So, without further ado, this would be Dot Hat Infection. Very first game of the series. Oop, that's way off. Still new to this streaming thing, so, bear with it. But, that's the back. A little bit of shine there. But, see if I can get a click here for you. There you go. It's, as most people knew, or didn't know, PS2, there's your DVD. Came with a series of its own. And right now you can see that she's missing out of the case, as sad as it is. It's in my PS3. I know exactly where it is. I was playing it. That's a little embarrassing. Choose to look at your games before you go, hey. But, yeah, that's the basics of the first game. I mean, you get your owner's manual in there, nothing special. Announcing the next game, of course, just to make you wonder a little bit more when you bought it, eh? Those were good times. And then we move on from Dot Hack Infection, first part once again, on to part 2. This would be Mutation. Hold up. And such is the shame of filming live, but hey, it is what it is. This is the easiest way I can do things. Working with really limited tech, running a Windows 7 HP laptop, EliteBook. Great computer in my eyes, but yeah, she's at the end of her days. And microphone wise, well, Turtle Beach. But yeah, back to her. Dot Hack Part 2, Mutation. Oh, a little bit of Hellbow on the back. Once again, try to get that click for you. So this one, much better, you can see. There's the game. I forgot to actually show there. You can see big old 2 on there, showing this was the second game of the series. Black Rose is on it. Kite is on the first one. And then you get your Liminalty version as well. Nice DVD. Of course, kept the book in there. Nice and crisp. This one, on the other hand, was smart. They didn't advertise their next game. They were like, check it out, go buy Lupin. Don't know if there's another game anymore. But yeah. Mind you, like both of these games, just to mention right off the hop, roughly about 30 hours to 40 hours playtime. So you're already up to 80 hours playtime on 2 games. And these were consecutive too, just to mention. If you do play them in the future or anything, they follow each other. You got a memory card and everything, and I'm not sure how this will hold up in the future, but they follow each other straight up. Like they remember exactly what you've done and keep in continuance. Yeah. And then out came along part 3 of Dot Hack. Outbreak, of course. I can't read sideways. We got Belmung on the back. Beautiful boy, isn't he? And then, yeah. Nice click. Oop, get you a little more show worthy there. You can see, good old number 3. That was the DVD. She's upside down, but there is game number 3, I suppose. Try to get a little closer just for those guys. Likes that shine. But yeah, anybody who wasn't familiar with cases, by the way, those notches, slap your memory card unless you carry it to your buddy's place. And we got our book there beside it. Anything special on the back that we might not remember? No, we're back to Lupin. Not worth showing. We're showing one more, just guys. Well, yeah. Once again, like following the DVDs, everything was following with itself, and it's interesting because you almost had to watch an anime. You had to watch an anime to prequel the game, and then you had to watch an anime with the game, and they all bundled into each other. Everything just kind of circled in. It blew your mind. And then finally, on the end of that big old stories chapters is, oop, oh yeah, go ahead and drop the one that everybody tells you is the acclaimed king. This is apparently a game that is nearly impossible to find. It's Dot Hack Quarantine. Everybody on the front, that's important, and then you got Black Rose on the back. I know that can't really give you the satisfying judgment of the full experience of this one. I won't lie. I do not have the DVD number 4, and it's always hurt me. I won't lie. Here's that clip. A little quieter on that one. Got it from a shop used, so I'll admit it was worth it. Just getting her spilling around here. And there's the inside of the acclaimed impossible finder of Dot Hack Quarantine. It's not very much, but yeah, it's one of those. I wanted to prove these games exist. As much as people said that they're impossible to get together and play, these were amazing. These were honestly some of the greatest hours of gaming I have ever had. And to Bandai, I say like, wow. To the PS2 on its own was just like, it looked awesome. The voice actors they had on it were a lot of cast and crews from your favorite TV show, well, TV animes growing up. So you probably recognize a lot of the voices. Just off the top, I know Xenosaga's voice actors are in here. There's a bunch. You'd have to look it up. There's 4 games. There's a lot of people in here. And there's a neat little gimmick with these games. If you could get all 4 of them together that I don't know how many people know about. And I'm going to have to scoot up here to show you. But if you actually put all 4 games together, you can see that? That is Kite riding a Grunty. This was one of my favorite things to find out when I had the game all together, because I couldn't make out what it was I was exactly looking at. And Mon Ami, Yeah, he was, man. And he's bounced along there, grumpy worlds, and get you across everywhere. The grunty world, sorry. And yeah, it's just one of those silly Billy moments. I wish I could really show you guys clips, content, and everything of the game, but I'm sorry, I'm very limited on my computer knowledge right now. I'm still learning. No editor. This is just a guy doing his thing, trying to do a thing. And yeah, but that is Dot Hack Quarantine. I also have GU, which I would like to show in another episode. But for otherwise, I did have my honorable mention. Little DS, little guy. The world ends with you. If anybody can get this, I honestly recommend play The World Ends with You on the DS if you ever get the chance. In comparison to the Switch version, I've played both. I've honestly loved both. The Switch version, I personally feel, takes a different path in the story that doesn't feel quite as strong as the original game. And I don't want to spoil anything, so that's kind of why I'm being vague about it. But those of you who have played it, I feel you may know what I mean. Those of you who haven't, well, just please take my word for that one. There's things that happen in this version that you don't see happen in the Switch version. And just the way it plays out, I found and remembered. Alright, anyway, Gary, little itty-bitty guy there. The world ends with you. I kept her nice and clean and shiny. And anybody who's never seen a Nintendo DS case, just because I know everything's digital, there's your Game Boy Advance game holder, so you could hold that bad boy. Well, you also had another little game in there, so it made a nice little holder. And as you can see, I've got the big old instruction manuals and everything else that Square sends with it. Just their Nintendo DS safety. They got their PO box letter. But otherwise than that, just a French manual as well. All these games, for now, have French manuals, I should have mentioned, just because I am Canadian. All the games in my region have to be bilingual as far as I know. And so, yeah, they have different versions. And yeah, so just as another little honorable mention, The World Ends with You. This, I feel, is a story that has gone. Not everybody's played it from what I've heard. And I highly recommend it for a lot of people. It's a bit of a psychological trip, but she's a good one. Getting back to, if anybody's really curious on the Big Dot Hack, it is a simulated MMORPG. So you're gonna have to get used to feeling like you're online, but you're not online. Yeah. You're gonna get mail, you're gonna get friend requests, all that type of stuff. There's gonna be news feeds coming. The only thing is, you gotta remember, these news feeds are reflective of like 1998 and above, up to like 2010, something like that. So you kind of got to place yourself with that era. So anybody ever manages to get their hands on that, whatnot, I hope you have fun. Otherwise, if mine end up going on the market, like just because of the news I found out, well, maybe these will end up being yours one day, and hope you appreciate them as much as I have appreciated them. I gotta admit, they've been on the shelf for a long time, and that's why I was thinking of calling it like, what you got there? What's on your shelf? Because, yeah, it's on your shelf. I like games. What you got? Curious. Let me know. So, I'll leave it at that for the moment, just because I've really never done this before, and I'm kind of just ballparking it at the ball side of my... So, till the next one, I guess. I've got a giant pile of things that I can show off if somebody or anybody likes this, and until the next one, I am your Canadian brother, Xander James, gaming for you, even if you don't want me to. And as always, take care, all. Yep, I just forgot my old outro. Oh well. Much love to everyone. Take care, all. And see you in the next one.